Welcome to Market Tea Tuesday,
where the tea is always hot.
And we are live.
We are live.
Can you hear me okay?
Present. Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, good.
Can you hear me?
Okay, so we've had a lot happen. This government shutdown has been a huge impact, as we know, without, and for a few reasons. The market doesn't know how to respond. And then another reason is that how do you tell true job numbers when you have people being furloughed?
Right. And I did see that we're in a position right now where we're kind of like going back, like data showing, like we're taking a step back on some of the numbers that we're seeing. But yeah, this government shutdown has definitely raised some eyebrows, and I'm being asked like, oh, is Florida Hometown Heroes impacted? As of right now, I have not seen anything related to that.
And the reason why it's not is because it's state funded. So it's state funded, not federally funded, and only the federal government is currently shut down.
Right.
For budget reasons. So
yeah. I don't know if it was just me, but I was asked by a couple agents about that. And what else is it? It's not impacting like your conventional loans, FHA or VA. So we're still good on all that. It's just the USDA that's affected by
we don't
this.
have a lot of that, which is good.
Yeah, we don't. No, we don't have that. So, but just in case if there's anyone out there that does have a USDA pre-approval or commitment already, you're good to go. Like, don't worry about that. Like you're not affected. But if you're waiting to get an approval,
it's a commitment from USDA, so you have to be close to the end. Okay.
Yeah.
Because the USDA actually approves all USDA loans. So you go to the USDA to get approved. So that's the biggest thing. Right. But if it's already been through there, you're good.
You're good.
So just to be clear, we're not talking about pre-approval portion. So
yes. Sorry.
Yeah. And then I think, everything's got to steady out. They're meeting again today, I believe at 4:30. I doubt we've been through this before, so right. It sucks. And it sucks for people that furloughed, and you still have options, even if you are furloughed, to close on your loan with reserve. So I think that's a big thing too. And yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of activity in the market. I feel like September picked up quite a bit. That little dip in rates there for a minute really helped affordability for a minute. And overall, I mean, if you take condos out of the scenario, I think that we're in a pretty stable market. It's definitely still a buyer's market, so take advantage of that. So, and we're going to see more shifts in ADP and JOLT reports, which is our jobs, and we need to see layoffs and things like that. And unfortunately, in order to see rates come down, you have to have somewhat of a slow economy in order to see that happen.
Right. And I do want to mention that there was some data that came out, and basically just about 20% of homeowners have interest rate higher than 6%. So that's huge. And you call it the golden handcuffs, right? Because there's so many people below with interest rates below 6%. And we did see, in that dip that you just mentioned, we did see a lot of people locking in under 6%, right? But every scenario is so different. And that's why it's so important when we're on these platforms telling people like right now, like this is where we're at. You have to act fast because it was very short-lived, because now we're back into that low 6, mid 6 range, right? So don't wait for the rate cuts to come, those Fed rate cuts to be announced, because on our end, we see the quite opposite. Our rates actually go up. So
yeah. No. And I do think that we'll probably see another rate cut this month with the Fed. I think it's going to keep the market stable. I don't think we're going to see any dips. If they don't cut, I think we'll see some increases in rates just because job numbers are really supporting that.
Right. Well, there is a 99% chance that there is going to be a quarter cut on October 29th. So
yeah.
I mean,
so we'll see, but I know that it can be confusing and all the information, but I think
Right.
overall, like we're heading in a really good place for buyers, but buyers need to snatch up now, if I'm being honest with you, because if they don't, we're going to turn to that seller market real quick.
I was just, yes, yes. I think right now buyers definitely have that advantage. And we've been saying this, I feel like we preach this every Tuesday. However, it's just a matter of time for the market to shift, and buyers will no longer have the same advantages that they have right now when negotiating seller credits. And I promise you, those credits come in, like they will make or break your deal.
100%.
They are almost like a necessity for a lot of clients. So a lot of homeowner buyers. So yes, act now. The process isn't as overwhelming as a lot of people say. So don't let, your uncle that bought a house 20 years ago tell you that it's the most stressful process. Things have changed.
And it's not. And, I even had somebody today talk about 10 years ago. Are you sure you're not going to need everything else? No, we do heavy lifting up front. Let's get you those closing costs. Let's get everything done and get all that taken care of.
Yes. And so I actually just did a video today about the preliminary documents because I had a client ask me to just, hey, I filled out my application, run my credit, give me the pre-approval. I'm like, no, that's not how it works. Like we need documents to verify your income, verify your assets, make sure that you are in a good position to make this move. And then we'll go ahead and pull credit and do all the other things. But it's not that we're asking, just for fun. It's not that we want to be nosy and look through your documents. Like we need this to verify and really solidify your pre-approval. I know you and I do this, we always call the listing agents and let them know like, hey, it's a pretty solid pre-approval. We've done our due diligence. And it helps you as the buyer, like once you're in underwriting, it's going to make the process a lot smoother. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
No, I think that's really important to point out. And, we're here for you during this time, like just to tell you what closing costs you need, really get you in the payment that's feasible to you because rates are so subjective, right?
Yeah.
Rates can change all the time. If we focus so much on rates, I know we say this all the time, but if we continue to focus on rates, like you'll never buy.
Right.
So
and then
you could be building equity right now.
Yeah. And then something else that you have to keep in mind is, even if you go look at two properties, right, both priced, let me just say $400,000, the payment may look a little different, even though the interest rate is the same. Because guess what? Taxes are going to be very different. Every scenario, right? Is the current homeowner with the current homeowner is a property homestead. That's all going to make such a difference on what that payment's going to look like for you. Either way, once the taxes get reassessed, you're still going to pay. And we're at the end of the year, so we're dealing with trim notices, so that's not fun.
Yeah, which is a big thing, and making sure you know what those taxes and so forth are.
Yes. So,
we'll keep you guys
will take care
informed as the government goes through all this and the Fed comes out, and hopefully we do see some dips in rates here soon. But if you closed a year or so ago and maybe something with a 7, we might be able to help you get that payment down.
Yes, call us. We will take care of your refinance.
All right. Thank you. Until next week.
Yes. See you next week.